All right. Well, so proud of our guys. We said this is going to be a heavyweight bout. You know, these are two of the titans in the Pac-12 North, and we knew it was going to go all the way down to the end. You know, David Shaw and his team. They're well coached. They have really good football players. They're so sound in all three phases, and we knew this was going to be a battle all the way to the end. And so I'm so proud of our guys for fighting and swinging. I told you guys last week this is a team full of fighters, and they're going to claw and scratch their way all the way till the end, and you saw that again tonight.
What was your thought on it when you heard through the headphones the call going in on the touchdown pass to Jalen?
Touchdown. That was what I thought. And you know, we had limited seconds there. We had no more timeouts, and we felt like they were going to hunker up there to try to stop us against the run. And so we had to stop it. We were going to have to stop the clock. We weren't going to run it there. We were going to take a shot. And so we went on the slant and go. And great protection. Dylan Morris threw a strike. And great job by Jalen McMillan.
What made the running game successful tonight, Jimmy?
You know, it always goes back to practice. You know, JD, Coach Huff, our offensive line. You know, we were able to get the ball off tackle a little bit more tonight than we have in our first 7 games, which really opened up things inside. And our offensive line just really gelled well together. And they played a tough physical battle. They got challenged. That we said this was going to be a heavyweight bout. And they threw a bunch of body blows, our offensive line and those 2 running backs, Sean McGrew and Cam Davis.
What do you think of your, I mean, obviously a lot of people play well, but your younger guys, you know,
Yeah.
you have Carson, you have Boyd, you have Cameron.
Yeah.
What do you think of their efforts this
Yeah, I mean, I'm so proud of these guys, and this is the growth and development that we've seen all year long, even though it hasn't come in a victory, a few games here. But we see it. We see the growth and the development in these young guys that are in key positions. And one of them is our quarterback. He's a young player. Our receivers, they're young. It was awesome watching Giles Jackson go in there on the 2-point conversion. That was huge. Jalen McMillan, Roman Dunze. I mean, these guys are all young players. You mentioned Voy, 2 sacks, 2 freshmen playing defensive line. Carson Bruner getting his first start ever, freshman. You can go up and down, you know, the board there. You know, even, you know, Thule. These guys are young guys, sophomores. And so proud of everybody in there. They come to work every single day. And I think the confidence is going to continue to keep getting better and better and better as the weeks go by.
The running game you had tonight, is this what you envisioned at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I mean, of course. We rushed for whatever it was, 200 yards. I mean, I would like that every single game for sure. And so proud of those guys that we were able to do it tonight down here in Palo Alto.
And what was different with Cam tonight? Cam had a nice game.
Cam Davis?
Yeah.
No, I mean, last game he had a good game as well. I always say I like all of our running backs, and maybe this is the first time, you know, we all know what Rich can do. We all know what Sean McGrew and Kamari Pleasant can do. And maybe this is the first time that everybody sees what Cam Davis can do with an extended, carries. This is the most carries he's ever had, and you can see the burst, you can see the vision. This is everything that we see in practice. And so I always say I like all of our running backs, and I do. And I like our 3 running backs that we have right now.
And the 4th down, you look like the ref may have stopped the play a little early. Did you get an explanation on that?
No. Yeah, I agree.
Mish played corner, and then you had Cookie back at safety. It looked like Kyler was playing some nickel. I mean, what made that change, or what was the influence on that?
Yeah, you know, I want to give so much credit to Bob Gregory, Will Harris, Terrence Brown. We knew we had to change it up against Stanford's offense and what we've done in years past, and we gave them a whole bunch of different looks that they've never seen before, and we felt like we kept them off balance. They have a young quarterback as well, and those changes, what you just mentioned, and our disguise packages and our different blitzes that we utilized, we felt like threw them off balance and was the key to holding them to 13 points.
Are those positions things that guys have played in practice at all this season, or is this kind of just this week, like their first exposure for Kyler to nickel or whatever?
No, we played Kyler. Was it UCLA? We played. You know, Kyler's played nickel before, and he was featured there in a couple of games in the past. They all have to know all different positions, but we definitely mixed it around today and did things that we had never done before.
You guys obviously have a lot of respect for Stanford and the program they've gotten through the last couple of years. Does it mean a little bit more to beat them than maybe some other teams?
Yeah, like I mentioned at the top, since I believe they split up the Pac-12 into North and South, the only ones that have represented the North are us, Stanford, and Oregon. And so, I call it they're the heavyweights of the North until someone changes that, and it's always been that way. We've won a couple since we've been here. Won a Pac-12 North, Stanford's won it, and Oregon's won it. And so this is a huge heavyweight bout, and we got another heavyweight bout coming up next week.
I don't know if it's fair to ask without you seeing the film, but with Troy Fautun, starting at left tackle last week was his first start. How much more comfortable was he, and how much of a difference was that tonight?
Yeah, you're right, Kim. I might have to watch the film, but I did see firsthand some plays from the sideline view of him mowing over some people and getting some great blocks and finishing guys off on the second level. He played really well last week down in the desert, and I'm sure he's going to grade out extremely well after what our offense is able to do on the ground.
Yeah, 3 and out to get the ball back. You've seen a lot of defensive sequences this year. I'm guessing that has to be at the top in terms of.
At the end there?
Yeah.
No, so yes, for sure. Again, credit to Bob Gregory. We felt like we had a really good plan there. We knew what type of runs that they were going to run, and we really loaded everybody in there to stop the run. And then that 3rd and 5 play, that was huge. We felt like he was going to pass it, which I thought they should have passed it because there was so much time left on the clock that they wanted to try to go for the first down to move the ball down and try to win the football game. And they went for a play action, which we were all over because we were playing pass there. But that was a key sequence for sure.
You guys obviously broke through there at the end, but prior to that, you had 4 red zone drives, all field goals. Why do you think it was tough to not be able to finish those drives the way you wanted to?
Yeah, it goes back to execution. We definitely don't want to come up short with field goals there. Definitely have to go back and watch exactly every single sequence there and how they shaped up. But I know, the one off the top of my head, I remember our option play, which we didn't run correctly, we didn't block it correctly. Should have been a good play, and it wasn't. So now we got stopped on that one. So again, it comes back to execution. That's just the one that I can remember off the top of my head. But it comes back to executing. We got to execute better, and we want to make sure all 11 guys are on the same page. And I brought that up to our whole team on the huge game Thursday Night Football, the Green Bay Packers against Arizona Cardinals. And Arizona looks like they're going to win the game. 10 guys were running the right play on offense, and 1 guy wasn't, and they lost the game. And so it comes back to execution. And I think those red zone drives came back to us not executing all 11 guys.
You had Sam back tonight, too. Sam Time.
Yes. Oh, it's huge. Yes. Yeah.
How much?
Oh, he's another young player that's grown and developing right before our eyes. These 2 tackles, Taki and Thule, are every single week they're just improving. Thule was our captain for the game based off of what he's done this year and the leadership that he's shown. And, it was nice having Taki back for sure.
Was Kamari unavailable tonight?
He was available. He's dealing with some injuries from the last game. And so he would have been available if we needed him in there. But you saw that the other 2 running backs handled it just fine.
A couple guys, Bowman and Asa, sounds like those longer-term deals.
Yeah, I'll announce all that stuff on Monday. Unfortunately, this is the way football goes. We have some injuries, and I'm sure we have some here coming out of this game as well. But I'll announce those on Monday.
Carson told us that on Thursday, Bob Gregory told him that he's going to be starting. What was the key? Why did he get the starting role? And what's his energy like? He seems kind of like a juiced up.
So it always starts in practice. Every time this gets brought up for anybody, Carson Bruner showed in practice that he was playing at a higher level than the other guys. And now we're going to go back to work tomorrow and have another week of practice. And I'm an equal opportunity employer. If someone else shows up, knows the game plan, and is making plays in practice at any position, then that guy's going to rise to the top. This last week, Carson Bruner rose to the top. and he definitely rose to the top tonight. He was one of the big reasons why we're coming out of here with a victory.
No, that's it.
Just one more. Some of your route runners were kind of slipping down with the field conditions too. Did it impact any of your play calling at all?
It's interesting. The field was in great condition. It was in great condition, but I did notice later in the game some sod must have come up there, and I did see a couple of our players. I think it was Terrell Bynum and someone else slipped. It didn't affect our play call. We didn't change anything. It was in good condition. I think that was just a product of wear and tear throughout the game, because early in the game nobody was slipping. So I think it was just the guys grinding on the field for 2.5 hours.
Thanks.
Thank